recent one, but I'm an enjoyer of Zelda. But yeah, Gifted, have you been playing on 11 with, I saw Mary and Lumi said they were both on retail today. And I guess there's a free login week. And I guess that I've heard that they're reworking Besieged. I don't know if that came out. No one answered me when I was like, did you do the new Besieged? Is it good? Will we get along? Maybe. Possibly. I don't know if I would judge that based on us just both liking one of the most popular video game franchises that's ever existed. Personally, but... Sorry, I'm not trying to sound negative. Zelda's a very popular series, though. Oh, yeah. Gonna binge it. On retail, have you... I feel like I asked you about this before. I don't remember, but... Why are you using a bronze axe? What a great question. I ran duos with Thief Ninja, and my friend was Red Mage Ninja. Oh, that sounds really fun. Red Mage Ninja on Horizon is definitely a bit nerfed, though. Used to remind me of a cousin of mine, but now you remind me of you. Wish you the best. Hope everything works out. Thanks, Adam. I appreciate it. Yeah, well, I don't know. My brain got knocked off the rails. I don't remember what the heck I was talking about. How long has it been since I got a fucking Beastman seal? Have I zoned since I got a Beastman seal? I'm just gonna zone again. The vibes here are bad. We're zoning. I don't remember. Every time I don't remember if I've gotten a seal or not, I just zone again. Yeah, no, the servers are still up. Retail servers are still up, as well as there's like a pretty enthusiastic private server community. Why nerf it? So what happened is they nerfed Ninja slightly. I think they increased the recast time, which kind of made Red Mage / Ninja not quite as good. But it also made Ninja not be like a requirement for your sub job, right? Which I actually like. I like that change because I don't like Ninja. I don't like playing Ninja. So I actually really like that tweak personally. Where are you getting all the pets from RuneScape? I know! Why am I not lucky in this game? I want the Kraken Club. I want the Kraken Club here, and I want it on retail too. So tomorrow I'm going to be doing the same thing on retail. But I think I need people to come help me do some up in arms. Cause I don't think you can solo. I think they still get capped at 60. I don't know. Oh, the the Beastman skills. Love the glasses. Thank you, Jin. Yeah, these are my like blue light blocking glasses. But yeah, I would say Final Fantasy 14 and 11 are very, very different games. People don't like when I say this, but I don't mean it in like a derogatory way. 14 is very much like a World of Warcraft clone in the basic gameplay loop. Final Fantasy 11 has been described as an EverQuest clone, and EverQuest, it's just a very, very different game. 11 is pain and 14 is MMO for babies. You could say that. I try not to be so incendiary when I talk about 14, but I definitely prefer 11 personally. I just don't like having that like pissing contest with 14 players. Like, oh, my game's harder because I have to dodge. I don't think the Besieged update is out yet. Oh, okay. I thought somebody told me that it was. I must have misunderstood. EverQuest, you have to sit with a book open multiple minutes to regen your mana in between each kill. Oh, well, in this game, you have to sit down and heal for multiple minutes between each kill. So, yeah, actually, not too different. I love 14. Yeah, no, 14 is a fun game. Okay, here's how I usually put it, right? Because I don't want to argue with people over what game is harder. I think that it's like saying that Super Mario is harder than Fire Emblem. Is it harder? I don't know. I don't think you can actually compare the two because they're completely different. Like the gameplay loop of both games is just completely different. Player banter within the franchise. For me, it's like Final Fantasy XIV requires a different skill set. I literally feel like Mario is to Final Fantasy XIV as Fire Emblem is to Final Fantasy XI. One is a lot more platformy than the other. One is more strategic, right? I feel like Final Fantasy XI has a far more strategic gameplay than 14. 14, however, does take different skills. Like you don't have to dodge anything in 11. In 11, if something's aiming at you, you're getting hit. That's it. Ty, this is Final Fantasy 11. Like the hardest skill set to learn in 14 is DPS, staying out of the orange circles. Well, yeah, and that's kind of why I don't like 14 that much anymore. I went back for the most recent expansion, and like 14 fans were really like lauding it for being like harder. But I don't like dodge or die. I don't like that kind of gameplay. I think it's boring that if I miss one dodge, I just die instantly. Pixel, thank you for the Prime sub. I hope you're having a good night. You run out of AoEs. You do have to turn to avoid gaze attacks and stuff, but it's very different, right? Like you have a lot of time, most of the time, if that's like the case, which it almost never is. Like it doesn't happen that much. The reaction times in 11 are very generous because they're assuming that you're playing with high ping. You know, it's the year 2002, and there are Americans and Japanese people on the same server. So, free chat gaze is easy. Yeah, exactly. They aren't even the same food category. Yeah, exactly. 11 is more community fighting, where 14 is a solo players fighting the same monster. I don't know if I agree with that. I do think that 11 takes more teamwork than 14, but 14 still definitely takes teamwork. You can't. I mean, for the most part, I want to argue. Okay, I'm trying to argue for 14, but one of the last times I played 14 on stream, I literally rage quit because everyone in the party died except for the tank, and then the tank took 20 minutes to just solo the boss. And I was like, wow, I wish I could learn the fight and play the game, but instead I have to watch the tank solo so that they can feel like they are a good player, even though literally every tank in the game can do this, because literally every tank in the game does do this. 14's high-end content requires coordination. It does, yeah. Tanks are overtuned in 14. They're just like too strong, yeah. Like, and I don't like dodge or die. I don't like that in MSQ dungeons. If you mess up on one mechanic, you die. I don't like that type of gameplay personally. I used to love Final Fantasy XIV. Like Final Fantasy XIV when it first came out, I remember playing Hawk Manor for the first time, and that was like really fun. That was a super fun. That was like the first dungeon with mechanics, right? Like that was the first dungeon where you had to actually, like in the boss fight, you had to actually go and touch the corners and turn off the lamps. Otherwise, it was really hard to win the fight. But everything below Savage Extreme is very easy. Well, easy is kind of like relative. It's like depends on how good you are at platforming content. And like for me personally, I don't really like platforming. So I don't like that I have to dodge or I die. Like I want to get hit and be dumb like a little bit. Like let me be dumb and get hit like 4 times before I die. Do you know what I mean? I miss when it actually had mechanics like Aramvale. Everyone hated Aramvale. I loved Aramvale because it had actual mechanics you had to pay attention to. And now I just feel like the mechanics don't stand in the red box. Do you know what I mean? You'd hate Guild Wars 2 combat? I've played Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2, Final Fantasy 14 are both just WoW clones, and I don't mean that as a bad thing. Like, I'm not saying that in like a derogatory way. Like, it's a system that is very popular. It makes for a fun game that people like to play. Final Fantasy 11 is not a fun game that people like to play. We're all Stockholm syndromed, and we can't leave. We're trapped here. We can't get out. Don't join. 14 is not Dark Souls. No, I don't really like Dark Souls either. But Final Fantasy 14 should not be Dark Souls. Maybe the end game, like maybe extreme and like savage content, yeah. But like MSQ, like if I'm in the MSQ dungeon, there's no reason why my party should be wiping because we got hit with one attack. And people are like, oh, well, you just don't like it because it's hard. It's like, no, I like difficulty. That's just not difficult in a fun way. I've never seen the mechanic before, so I die to it, and then I have to wait to be rezzed. That's just not a fun mechanic, in my opinion. 11 is not fun. Don't join. Yeah, don't play 11. Birthday's coming up in September. Can I get a free sub? I don't think I can do that. I would have to pay for it with my money, and I'm not going to do that. Combat is very different. It's not a vertical. Yeah, so Final Fantasy XI is a horizontal progression game where, right, yeah, it's horizontal progression instead of vertical, which, like, it's not eye levels. The thing with Final Fantasy XI is that not everything is to do with your immediate gameplay. A lot of it is to do with the composition of the party, the choices you've made before, what gear you have, what things you've put into, like, your sub job and stuff like that. You know, it's just a very, very different game. Final Fantasy XIV, you put on the best gear. You get the best gear, and then they come out with a new raid tier, and then you get the new best gear to replace your old best gear. That's how the game works, and like that's the World of Warcraft clone formula. Why aren't you playing RuneScape? Because this is my main game, and I dual stream now, so. Forsaken World is similar to 11. We were all Stockholmed, yes. It was a bitter mercy when they pulled the plug on the servers. Oh, they don't have private servers? Because in 11, like, the game's different now, but the private servers live on. No, yeah, I got, you'll never reach my status. I don't care. I don't know why anyone thinks that I would want to be in the top 100 woodcutting levels of a game that has existed for 20 years. Anyway, people have been flaming me and been really mean to me lately on TikTok, so I started dual streaming and I banned a bunch of words, and I have like the highest moderation settings on TikTok. So a lot of messages you guys send just don't even send, and I don't even see them. I started dual streaming because Twitch is just better in every way. And on Twitch, I play different games. Old school RuneScape was always a side game that I played on TikTok. I got the beaver pet, and now I'm going back to my main game because there's a rare drop I want here. And apparently, if my luck is going to be this good, like, maybe I can get that. Maybe I can get that one. 14 endgame fashion. Yeah, I like the fashion endgame. I wish their cash shop was a little cheaper. Sorry, bad joke. Their private servers definitely had to basically do... Oh, okay. Don't look it up then. Sorry, I didn't mean to tempt you. Used to flip out on World of Warcraft? Yeah, World of Warcraft is a very different game than this. 14 is my main game, but major gripes with what you're saying, the overuse of mechanics in boss fights, the fact that if I wanted to see what's happening, I have to turn off all the animations. Yeah! The animations are so much that you can't even do anything. Like, you can't see anything. You have to turn all of them off. If you miss a mechanic, you die. That's it. You miss a mechanic, you die. But, like, did you play during 2.0? Because during 2.0, like, the mechanics weren't just dodge or die. The mechanics were, hey, eat the right fruit or you're gonna take damage and die. Do you know what I mean? No, I don't play Tekken. I might play 2XKO when it comes out, though. I had a lot of fun playing that one in the alpha test. Made me realize that I've been missing a fighting game from my life, I think. Okay, so then you remember Titan Landslide says hello. Yeah, like that. But that was a mechanic that wasn't like. That was Titan hard mode, right? So that was introduced in a hard mode. That wasn't like in the regular thing. You had to dodge it, but that was just one of many mechanics, right? It was hard mode, and that was one of many mechanics. I don't like that the MSQ dungeons are dodge or die, and that the only mechanic is you have to dodge or you die. Eating the right fruit. This is a game, yes. So in Aurum Vale, it used to be there was a boss that would have this like AoE move that would poison everybody, and you had to eat a fruit, but you had to eat like certain ones. Basically, you had to like kind of plan out what fruit like everyone would be eating to make sure that you didn't like eat it at the wrong time, or eat somebody else's fruit and then they die to the AoE because it was like a poison. They give you a chance to actually enjoy your class. Yeah. I've also heard from people who play a lot of different classes in 14 that it's, you know. Vincenzo, thank you for the follow. Did I ever get 99 woodcutting in old school RuneScape? No, I got the beaver, and that made me really mad and tilted because it's a rare drop, and I've, like, there's something I want in this game that it's an even more rare drop that I have never gotten. I mean, it's less rare than those two. So I came back to this game because I was like, I really want the Kraken Club, actually. I did get the beaver. Yeah, it's my most recent video on TikTok. Gotta eat the Morble fruits. Yeah, to clear the debuff. 14 still has some more unique bosses, but not nearly enough. Yeah, and I just don't like... it just feels too easy to get one shot. In MSQ dungeons, I don't feel like people should be getting one shot just because they've never done the dungeon before. And then the fact that I'm getting one shot because I never did the dungeon before, and then the tank can just solo the entire boss fight, that is bad. That's bad balance. That's just not good balance, in my opinion. This game looks like Phantasy Star Online. I know people who really like both. I played a bit of Phantasy Star Online, but not back in the day. I played it on the Affinia server, but this game is called Final Fantasy XI. It's from around the same era. Yeah, thank you. Getting one shot in MSQ dungeon is really hard to do. No, it's not. I was getting one shot all the time in the dungeons in the current MSQ. And I had like the good gear. I was playing Reaper, and it's like if I didn't know a mechanic ahead of time and I got hit with it, I just died. And then the tank would just like solo the boss. That happened in the Eichenwald one, or the Blizzard World. I don't remember what it was called, but it looks like Blizzard World. 14 is more cutscenes than gameplay. That's another problem I have with it. I have many problems with Final Fantasy 14. Final Fantasy 11 will forever be my favorite game of all time. Can't imagine a game ever taking its place, especially because I've started playing it so young. Yeah, I started playing it when I was like 13, so. I was playing Viper. It took 2 to 4 hits for me to die. Viper has no mitigation. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just don't know what I'm doing. I mean, because I have been gone for like 2 or 3 expansions. But I also used to play White Mage. So the place where you stand as White Mage, like, and having that intuitiveness of where to stand as White Mage is completely different for a melee. Oh, armor class? Is it like, how many times I got one shot? Some people think that one shot makes the game hard, and I guess it does. I just don't find it, like, I don't think it's hard in a fun way. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not difficult in a way that I enjoy it. Greg, thank you for the follow on TikTok. It's same as Dragoon, it's chain. Viper's squishy. I think that, I don't know. Reaper armor class Final Fantasy 14. Just says melee DPS. Equipment. They have maiming gear like dragoons. They use slaying accessories. So Reaper has the same armor class as dragoons. What were you saying? Viper? Viper. Why does this one have so much more information? Stop making me scroll by this. Oh, it does. It's just not even. Okay, good wiki. Good wiki. Equipment. Okay, they share scouting gear. So maiming versus scouting gear. So they have the same as ninja, and then dragoon and reaper share the same armor class. Good avoidance? Yeah, unless you're me and you frequently like teleport off the wall. Like you like out like the number of times I've tried to get out of the way of something and jumped either off the boss platform entirely or into a worse like into a worse thing. Why aren't you chopping wood? Because I'm playing my main game now. Sorry. Old school RuneScape community was too toxic to me, and now I play my main game. Oh, I actually have a texture pack. So the textures are all over the place because some of them are just redone and some of them aren't, I don't think. My mind... Luna girl. I was using that to avoid push mechanics. Viper has that dash that makes you immune for half a second. Oh. Yeah, so Reaper has a dash. It's just that all of my time playing Final Fantasy XIV before now was playing White Mage, and there was no White Mage dash when I was playing White Mage. There might be now, but there wasn't before. So I was dashing off the edge constantly. I would just be using Arcane Crest. It's just that if I've never seen the mechanic before, I'm gonna get hit with it. So all I'm saying, MSQ should be snooze-worthy easy. You should have time to learn the mechanics before you just get one-shot by them. Or like two-shot. I don't understand why everything gives you vulnerability stacks. Vulnerability stacks, if everything's gonna give you a vulnerability stack, then they should let white mages remove that. But that's just my opinion. Yeah, you can rescue your party members. Hey, thank you for the follow. I'm Baymax. I appreciate it. Found the edge of the map again? Yeah. Well, I found it and then I went past it and just because I wasn't good at judging the distance. I was learning. Okay, I was learning a new class. I was learning a new role, and I was learning new content. Right. So I was learning a lot at once. So maybe this is my own fault for doing that, like choosing to play a class and a role that I had never played before. That's also just like not even my main complaint. My main complaint is just I just don't like the core gameplay of Final Fantasy XIV. I'd rather like rage and mauled than I'm not getting any. Oh, I got a Beastman seal. Maybe okay. I'm out of here. I think I did get a Beastman seal. I'm switching. I'm switching zones. This zone, bad vibes. Bad vibes in this zone. Start to read a book when you're falling asleep. You can't drift off. Niche AI. Open niche. What? I think I don't understand what you're saying. I don't heal anyone because we're no required expected to DPS while healing. When I heal, I don't want to DPS. I want to focus on my party's well-being. Oh, see, when I heal, I liked healing in 2.0 because in 2.0 healing was fun because you had to manage your mana, you had to heal, you had to manage your mana, and then if you were like really good, then you could be doing like the stance dancing all the time and get some DPS in. But now it seems that everyone's expected to do all of that, so I don't know. Healing was really fun in 2.0, and I don't know if I care. Yeah, I love this song. I love this band a lot. I'm gonna go get some more water. Let me go get another thing of water. I'll be right back. I feel like it's like weirdly humid or something. That's why I feel kind of sticky. Can't believe this game is still active. It's the best game ever made. The more damage you do, the less you have to heal. Yeah, I always felt like DPSing should not be the main focus of a healer because it's a healer, right? But then nobody wants to play healer because they want to do damage or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what their balanced team thoughts are. It's just not my game. That game is just not my game. My number 333. What do you mean? Like what kind of number? However, game companies don't like keeping servers online usually. I'm pretty sure that this Final Fantasy XI is the only reason that Final Fantasy XIV's massive failure in 1.0 didn't bankrupt the company. So I'm pretty sure that as long as Final Fantasy XIV exists, they will never shut down Final Fantasy XI servers. That being said, there are a lot of like private servers that kind of emulate different eras, have different rules to them and stuff like that. There's a pretty enthusiastic community for this. Oh, it's like your lucky number. The crafting, I also hate crafting. I, too, am a crafting hater. I hate making money in this game, period. Like, just making money in this game is so hard for no reason. Making money in old school RuneScape is so easy. Everyone's like, why are you just chopping? Your EXP is... And it's like, I'm making money on these magic trees, okay? Do you know how hard it is to make money in Final Fantasy XI? You don't. You don't, because you've never played it. You've only played RuneScape, where it's easy to make money. You can just make money. Money literally grows on trees. I feel like less and less people want to actually heal, but more DPS equals skill. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like... I always feel like healing should be healing, right? Or support. Like, I don't know. Something I love about Final Fantasy XI and that I hate about new gamers, like new games and like modern gamers seem to not understand what a support class is. If they hear support, they're like, that's a healer. Final Fantasy XI Bard will never like exist in like any game because people don't understand how to work it. Like they don't get it. They don't understand like buff, debuff, like and how good those things can be. I remember I had an ex-boyfriend he literally like went to college for game design or something. He's like, yeah, I've never used a move in a turn-based RPG that didn't do damage. And I was like, I mean, that's how I played Pokemon when I was like a child, but like now I'm older, I see like the benefit of doing other, buff and debuff moves. And we played Child of Light together, and that game, if you played on like the harder difficulty, is like pretty challenging. Actually, like you have to use items and stuff in that game. And he was like flabbergasted that you would ever have to like use items or use moves that don't do damage. And I was like, this is literally how you play turn-based battlers. Like, what? Yeah, Bard and Dancer. Well, Dancer does DPS in this game. And Red Mage is like a healer with support. that can also do DPS. Bard is strictly support. They don't heal, they don't DPS. They just are supportive, and they are one of the most highly sought after classes in the game. But you could not have a class like that in a modern game. You look at like Symmetra, in Overwatch back in the day, like people could not fathom that she was a support character without healing. Thank you for the likes, by the way, on TikTok. I appreciate it. Follows, likes, and shares help me a ton in the algorithm. So this game, Alex, this is actually my main game. This is Final Fantasy XI. It's an MMORPG that came out in like 2002. They overtuned tanks. Oh, because healers were just... I feel like if you're going to have like multiple classes, just make one easy no-brain healer and make the other ones different varying levels of complicated, right? Like, you know, Mercy in Overwatch. Really low skill floor. Still a high skill ceiling when it comes to like mobility and stuff, but... What's up, Slow Willy? How are you today? Forsaken World has the most difficult class, but most OP if you built it and played it right, but nobody wants to play them. Oh, I see. Yeah. Spore are the new DPS in Overwatch 2? Yeah. Yeah. Spooky movies. Hey, have a good night, Slow Willy. I hope that you guys watch some good movies. Don't have any nightmares or something, though. Scholar, has your pet do the healing for you? Yeah, but I remember back in the day, it was like you had the easy healing pet, and then you had like the pet that if you wanted to micromanage, there was like the green fairy. That was like the easy mode fairy. And then there was the orange fairy where if you knew what you were doing and you actually micromanaged the fairy, like you could do a lot with that. What's up? Is 11 really hard to start? Yes, I would say so. It's one of the hardest games to get into. I think the only game that I've found that would be harder to get into would be like EVE Online. Has real support classes? Yeah, I like that kind of stuff. What's up? Good morning, Dries. How are you today? So 11 is kind of hard to start, but people are very enthusiastic about helping new players. Are you on retail or Horizon? Depends. Are you gonna be mean to me if I answer wrong? Eve has good tutorials and stuff. I'm on Horizon. I play on retail, but I'm not currently playing it today. I'll probably play it tomorrow. Oh, I didn't even get... Man. Oh, I got a Beastman seal. Oh. Oh, no, wait. No, that was the last one? Oh, it was too low. I didn't even get experience. Am I level 11 now? No, I'm still level 10. Was that just level 1? I'm confused. I'm in a zone anyway, just in case. Horizon, retail is too much. There's a lot going on in retail. I'm going to log in tomorrow because I think they're having a free login weekend for like, or free login like week until, for like this entire week. So I'll be playing on retail tomorrow, but yeah. She said they oversimplified the classes so they could build more complexity and diverse skills. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I am having a nice day. What's up, Ken? How are you today? I'm having a pretty good day. I'm farming Beastman seals in this game, which I need for a rare drop. Inactivity? Complete verification. Oh my god. They're giving me a timed mission. That was so dumb. What do you mean inactivity? Because I didn't click the window? That was stupid. Smack Talk is endgame. I like how I was like in the middle of talking and it's like, we've detected inactivity. Inactivity where? From the incels reporting me for it or something? Good luck on the Kraken Club. I had one for a bit on retail. Oh, nice. Yeah, I want one so bad. I want one so bad. Oh, the game is only spreadsheets. You can go blow up ships if you want to. Oh, and Eve? Sitting in chat and doing politics? Interesting. Yeah, for 14, I'm not sure. I miss when skill expression was more of like less dodging and hitting rotations and more making decisions in the moment, right? Like making key decisions in the moment. Yes, it is. On Red Mage Ninja? Well, I want to be White Mage slash Ninja. I'm also, my main class is Dark Knight. I'm a Dark Knight Samurai. That's like my main job. I also just really like playing White Mage, and so I'll probably play White Mage slash Ninja if I get it. And if I get it, I'll be playing White Mage slash Ninja until Dancer comes around. Riddle, I want to dual wield. So you're on Horizon, right? Have you seen Mjolnir? Mjolnir is really good on this server. It has like a haste. It has like a AoE haste circle for your team. Paladin slash Ninja? I feel like that's like a pretty good combo, isn't it? I don't know. I don't play tanks really. Game is super learn by doing. You mean Final Fantasy 11 or Final Fantasy 14? I've not seen it. I'm only like 31 on Horizon as one. Oh, okay. Yeah, so Mjolnir on Horizon, which is the relic weapon, like the end game relic weapon, is really, really good. I want to dual wield the relic and the Kraken Club, which is obviously very difficult to do. No, it wasn't that good. They did tweak a bunch of things that were so Horizon 11 is Era Plus. It's not quite the same as in Era, like it's not exact. They changed a bunch of things. They changed Ninja so that it's not like the default must-have sub-job for all melee classes. It's still really good though. Apollo Skyheart, thank you for the follow on Twitch. No more old school RuneScape? Nope, I quit forever. Everyone quits old school RuneScape. That's what I hear every time I play. But yeah, they tweaked a bunch of the relic weapons so that you can actually they tweaked a bunch of the relic weapons so that they're actually like good. I think that the best one is the most popular one right now is Apocalypse. Yeah, no, I'm obviously BS. I got the the beaver pet on old school RuneScape, and I got so mad because that has like a lower drop rate than the item that I want on this game that I have never gotten in 20 years that I've played it. So now I'm pretty determined to get it. D'Artagnan, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Second beaver pet? It wasn't a second beaver pet. I got the giant squirrel the first time. No, Apocalypse is like the best. It's the most popular relic. At least it was last time they counted. I don't know if it still is. No, I was joking because like people come in here and they're like, "You never quit old school RuneScape. You just take really long breaks." So whenever somebody's like, "You quit," I'm like, "Yeah, it's the most quittable game that ever existed." That's what everyone tells me. Hey, Apollo. Thank you. Thank you so much for the Prime sub, Apollo Skyheart. I really appreciate it, dude. I'm playing since 2003 and never been able to quit. Yeah, no, I'm gonna play it still, but it's just that right now my focus has shifted. Also, there's a bunch of reasons. I've just been getting flamed and harassed on TikTok a lot, so I wanted to start dual streaming because Twitch is just way more chill. Twitch is just way better. So streaming to both of these at the same time makes it a lot more manageable for me. Yeah, random chance to do double damage. It's really good. D'Artagnan from the Musketeers. I've been playing 11 since release, off and on. Yeah, me too. Well, at least the release for PS2. Where did those quivers go? There we go. Was up and that had the chance to hit 5 times. The Kraken Club can hit up to 8 times, but was it like a penta something? I don't remember. Geomancer, we got Pictomancer. Yeah, I've heard Pictomancer is fun though. Are you Pisces? No. Are you? I'm not like super into astrology personally. When you unlock the giant mechs in this one, you don't. You do kind of fight some that look like big mechs though. Oh, it's from Abacy. I was like, I feel like I remember that it being a thing, but like not in. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm kind of into everything. Rad, are you here because you got mixed up with Tinder or something? Because this is not. Like, I don't know what you mean. Very interesting rotations. Yeah, I've heard everyone who I heard playing it seems to like it. I know TikTok is always TikToking. What an app. I am not a Virgo either. What's up, Zophiel? How are you today? How are you? I'm doing good. How are you doing today?